Hello everyone and welcome back. Today we will be checking out a rather peculiar property. So, little backstory. This house was built in 1994. It's got 4 bedrooms, 2 bathrooms. It's actually a really big house. A lot of potential here. Story-wise, this house has quite the tale to tell, and it's not the greatest of tales. So, if you didn't see my last video, go ahead and check it out. It'll help explain this place. But long story short, there was a father and son who ran I can't remember what the company was. It was either a management company or a finance company, one of those two. And they ran it for many, many years. And their lawyer noticed there were some discrepancies in some of the financial accounts, but never really did much digging because he never really had a reason to. Anyway, fast forward to 5 years ago, a fight breaks out at this house. The cops are called, they show up, and come to find out, the owner, who also ran this company, him and his son have a major gambling addiction, to the point of where they ran out of their own funds because they were actually terrible at gambling, apparently, and wound up basically burning all their money. So they started to embezzle out of their company. And the amount of money they took, I don't know the exact number, but somewhere in the millions. And their employees and their clients were starting to catch on that something was awry. And so, in a desperate attempt to cover up their little mistake, I say little in quotations, they went ahead and took out one of the biggest loans in history. Still haven't paid that loan back, by the way. So the interest, no thanks. But anyway, so this is all blowing up in their face. Then this fight breaks out. Come to find out, the owner of this house, the father of the father-son duo, started hosting illegal gambling events at his home, this very house, and his guests, if you will, were very shady people. Anyway, fight breaks out, cops are called, and now both of the gentlemen are in prison. I say gentlemen in quotations because they're actually really crappy people. But, so, with them being in prison, there's still all this money they have to pay back. So, the liquidators have shown up, representatives from the bank have shown up, and repossessed both of their houses. The son's house was up there on the hill. You can't see it behind the trees, but it is up there. They have the house up for sale, and they are auctioning everything off that was in the house. And they're doing the same thing with this house. But this house, since this was the hub of all the criminal activity, hasn't really been touched since the guy was arrested. But anyway, back to the house at hand. So we're going to go ahead and take a look at the outside first, as usual. And then we're going to take a dive inside. And this house does not disappoint. This is one of those houses that is deceiving from the outside. Because it doesn't look that bad. It doesn't look that outdated outside. But you can see a little glimpse inside. It's pretty bad. So we're going to start over here. And you actually have a pool. So, pool right off the driveway. I'm not sure the logic with that. But really nice big pool. Almost fell in the pool there. Really awful deck furniture. It's high end for its time. But as you can see, it's kind of starting to rust. And really should just go to dumpster. They just brought it out here to help stage the place for this video, but yeah. You do have a really nice outdoor bar / kitchen area. The stools are hideous. Anyway, some tables. You're also going to see the house has 2 chimneys, and they are very fancy. Or at least they were at one time. Look at this, they even got gold inlay. You're going to see a lot of gold. It's going to remind you of a certain... never mind, I mustn't. Also, you're going to see a lot of these signs outside. The bank had them put these up because the house is under 24-hour surveillance. Whoops. And these cameras are pretty old. honestly. So I would recommend a newer security system. As you see, this one's not even following me. They're supposed to. Oh, there it goes. Oh, nope. Hello. Anyway, back at the house. Again, this house is massive, and it's actually really nice on the outside. I'm not gonna lie. Even though it's got some dated details, it's still a pretty nice house on the outside. Anyway, yeah, just it's really nice on the outside. It's almost charming, in a way. You do have a golf course out here, your own private golf course. It's got 2 holes. You got all these sand traps, and look at this. Is that not picture perfect? Is that not beautiful? Ignore the yacht in the background, or maybe include the yacht. Who knows? Maybe this could be all yours. You also have a nice big dock out here as well, so that's pretty nice. Your own private dock. You could easily park a yacht. And you also have access to the canal on this side too. Just a beautiful, beautiful spot, beautiful yard, beautiful outside. Hideous inside. Brace yourself. One thing I should warn you about as well. So not only do you have the security signs, but also you've got these repossession notices all over the place. And inside the house, they are everywhere. They're next to almost every single painting, every single TV. Basically anything worth money is most likely going to have one of those papers on it. So just be prepared. But yeah, this is your little front porch. House flipper broke. That's fun. But yeah, you also got the original doorbell here, which doesn't work. I'm pushing it, and then I'm not going to push this one, but this is the Beehive doorbell. Beehive Security Company. Anyway, without further ado, here we go. Let's step back in time to 1990 something. Oh yeah, this is luxury at its finest. Oh my gosh, this house is so terrible. And also, it's really stale air in here because no one's been living here. But yeah, this thing needs a lot of work. Unless you like the 90s motif. If you are like very passionate about wealthy 90s, then this is the house for you. You wouldn't even need to touch it. You just move in. But as for everyone else out there in the world, it needs a lot of work. So you do have a really nice big fireplace, which also the fireplaces in the house are gas. So if I click over here somewhere, there it goes. Yeah, look at that. You can have a nice fire. You could let's have some nice ambience. I don't know. Anyway, nice fireplace, a painting, which as you can see has been repossessed. You're going to see those, like I said, all over the place. The house is crawling with them. You have some random furniture over here in the corner. This house is so freaking huge. It's got like excess space in some spots you just don't need. This is your little like formal living area. There's another camera looking right at me. Okay. Yeah, you could sit down here, enjoy the view. I would recommend taking this whole window mess out and just putting in one giant window. The other windows are actually pretty big, but they got them covered up with these horrendous red curtains. I don't know. I don't know what they were thinking with this house. But yeah, I mean, just look at how grand this house is. It is a really grand place. Even though it's dated, it's still pretty nice. Kinda. You do have white tile throughout the main floor, so I would take all that out. They do have really nice wood look floors nowadays. I would put some of those in. Definitely lose the burgundy. Also, you have a chair rail on this side. Not on that side, but on this side. It's a fancy chair rail, too. Yeah. So this is your dining. There's no chandelier. Looks like it's just kind of been thrown over here. This dining set is hideous. I don't think they're going to get much money out of this. And then these boxes are all dishes. They have been cleaning out this house like crazy. And as you can see, even the dishes are all gold. I mean, ugh. And coming over to the kitchen, you may notice something kind of funny about the entrance. I'm going to give you a second to see if you realize it. So in case you didn't notice, or are terribly confused, if you look to the left, you'll see a column that goes to the floor and then up to the ceiling. If you look to the right, you see a column that goes from the floor to the countertop. Why, you might ask? Well, apparently, the guy wanted a columned entry to feel very fancy, but he didn't want to interrupt the open concept of the kitchen. So he put a stubby little column here, and it's anchored to the floor. So, yeah. Apparently, so you can put your reproduction antique phone, which this house is also full of these. Yeah. Anyway, like I said, they're cleaning it out, so here's just a sample of some of the dishes the guy had. They've packed up a lot of them. See, all the cabinets are empty now. But this kitchen is actually... Oh, okay, I can't say it. It's hideous. Okay, I'm just going to throw it out there. Sorry, but it's pretty bad. It's all like cherry wood, and all the doors and about half the moldings in the house are all cherry wood as well. But they're all real wood, which means you could easily sand these cabinets down, restain them, you could paint them, swap out the hardware, and it would look brand new. But yeah, it's pretty dated. I mean, holy crap. Even the sink is gold. I mean, gold everything in this house. You also have this weird island that is kind of too big for the space, in my opinion. Like, it just doesn't need to be here. You have plenty of counter space in here. You also have a giant espresso machine, another microwave. These are probably going to be sold, though. Also a faux tin ceiling. And then you got this light. Yeah. Pretty sure this is going to take a few people back in time. Bring back some memories. Yeah. Pretty horrendous light. Also, you've got all these really dated appliances in here. I would swap all these out. But yeah, these are just... They're also old too. But you do have gas. You do have gas. You're gassy. No, gas stove. So that's nice. I'd actually recommend putting an oven because, in case you didn't notice, there's no oven in here. Unless you count this thing. Maybe that's what this is. I don't know. So yeah, there's no oven. You might also notice there's something else missing. There's no dishwasher. I'll show you where the dishwasher is in a minute, and it's not going to make any sense. But, yeah, so now we're going to go ahead and move on from the kitchen and into the great room. And before we get a full look, I'm going to go up these really weird spiral staircases. This really weird spiral staircase so I could turn on the other set of lights because they wired this house weird. And this is your great room. This is your showpiece. This is how you show people that you are wealthier than them. The more ruffles in your curtains, the more money you have in your pocket. Yeah, it's pretty bad in here. I'm not gonna lie. But, curtains aside, it's actually a pretty nice room. The ceilings are really nice. Like, look at that. If you get rid of these chandeliers, it would be beautiful in here. Actually, I mean, the chandeliers, they're not terrible, but they are pretty dated. You do have a random piano, which I don't think has ever been played. Oh, it doesn't even work. Wow. Got a bearskin rug here. Again, the tile throughout is just blech. I mean, it's almost like it's got a hue of pink, for crying out loud. Like, it's just pretty bad. Oh my gosh! Oh. Woo! That scared the crap out of... Why would you want this in your house? Okay, I don't even know how they got that in here. Okay, gosh, I thought that was like a lion or something in the corner. I didn't know what the heck I seen. This thing is really creepy. Cow, that scared the crap out of me. Okay, moving on from the scary statue in the corner. Yeah, so this is your great room. And, oh, nice, he has two of the same paintings. Really stylish there. Also, these gilded mirrors. There's two in here. There's two in the front living room there. I think there's more upstairs. They're all nailed in. So even when they clean everything out, you're still going to be stuck with these hideous things. They got a little face on them. Yeah. You do have a little mini bar type thing over here. There's no sink, but looks like they were going to have some champagne. But yeah, I mean, really fancy, although this is pretty dated. We do have a gigantic fireplace. This is actually a really nice fireplace. I would swap out the tile, but the rest of it could probably, maybe stay. I don't know. It is kind of dated. Also, fake plants throughout the house as well, just like the first one we looked at. So yeah. Oh, that's interesting. In case you haven't seen some of my videos lately, I've been finding like a weird combination of this blue book and a violin. I don't know if there's like some sort of secret society that I don't know about. I also got a bunch of animal heads on the wall. That's great. You've got a lot of speakers, gigantic vases. We have a weird dead space. Let's put a vase there. Yeah, you're gonna see there's a lot of vases in this house. They're everywhere. Everywhere you look, there's a giant vase. Don't get me wrong, I don't mind a giant vase, but you don't need 12 in the same room. Actually, there's probably over 12 in this room. Also, you got columns, and I would like to point out that the access to this room, you have to duck your head a little bit, otherwise you'll smack it into these stairs because the couch is in the way, because they put this stupid column here. Actually, that column's probably holding up the second floor, but I'm gonna complain anyway. They put this column here. I digress. You've also got the second sign of gambling. I don't know if I pointed it out in the other room, but there is a gigantic gambling table here in the corner. I don't know what game this is, but yeah. Anyway, we're gonna move on to this door, which is the laundry room. Yeah, pretty simple in here. It's actually not that bad in here. Still a little dated. You do have these wood doors throughout the house. A camera that's watching me. This door goes out to the driveway. So as you can see, nice door there. Go ahead and relock that. Washer dryer, and here's your dishwasher. So in order to wash your dishes, you have to go from here all the way through the great room, across the little piano area, and then there's your dishwasher in the laundry room. Why? I have no idea. They could have easily put a dishwasher in here, but they didn't. And then through this door is the garage. And I don't know what was going on in here, but you got some funky wave wallpaper, which is kind of wavy because it's not put up right. You got like a TV studio light. You got spotlights. There was a car in here, but it got auctioned off already. But the weirdest thing is you have a broken painting over here behind a stack of tires. I don't know. You also have a dartboard, and they didn't hit the thing once. They just left them in the wall. Whoa! And it looks like you got some weapon cases in here. Like I said, I don't know what they were doing, but yeah. And just a lot of random garage stuff, and this is where they kept the dog by the looks of it. And then this back here behind these screens is your furnace and your 2 hot water heaters. And now we're going to go ahead and travel upstairs. So, actually we're going to take these stairs. So we're going to start this end of the house. Here we are on the second floor. You see more repossession notices everywhere. And there's also another paper that states that the room was a crime scene. That it's okay to go into now because they got all their documentation they wanted. But, so yeah, you may also notice that a lot of the doors up here have bolt locks on them. And you'll see why in a minute. But yeah, we're going to start over here. You do have parquet. This is more of an 80s thing in my opinion. Then here's your other staircase. But yeah, like, you got these really big windows. I just have them covered up with these horrendous, like, red shears. You also have this awful wallpaper. Nice ceiling. So yeah, we're going to start with this door. This was the son's room before he moved out. And as you see, they were in the process of repainting it, by the looks of it. Updating it. But yeah, it's a mess in here. But anyway, the next room to look at is through here. Okay, so I can't open this door. We're gonna have to go around, but this goes into the master bedroom. Just to give you an idea of how much this guy liked himself and like the life of luxury. Yeah, the amount of shelves that are in there now. And this door takes you into the guest bathroom. Where's the light? There it is. And yeah, you've got a black toilet, and you've got a urinal in here. Yeah. And a commercial hand dryer. I don't know what the heck's going on here. Also, they put a really high-end painting in a bathroom. I don't know why you do this. I mean, this painting is not my taste, but it's still a really fancy painting. The mirror, on the other hand, is not fancy. Also, I'd like to point out the vanity is not centered on the tile. So let that sink in for a moment. Yeah, I noticed that, and I screamed a little bit inside because, why? You also have an older shower unit. And yeah, I would just honestly gut this, to be honest with you. Got wallpaper in here. It's just an ugly bathroom. It's an ugly house on the inside. I'm not gonna lie. Like, I think the only thing I'd keep is probably the ceilings and the fireplaces. And not even the fireplaces in total. Actually, you know what? No, not even the fireplaces. Just the ceiling. Anyway, we're gonna progress down the hallway into this room. And this is kind of a weird room. Yeah, not what you expected, huh? Me neither. And it's actually kind of a disturbing story, in my opinion. So, you want to know what this room was? Can you guess? So this was the housekeeper's quarters. So, they did have several housekeepers employed. Well, they would only ever have one employed at a time, but they went through a lot over the years. I think there were like probably 20 different people that took this job and then quit like a month in. Because this was your accommodations. The guy did as cheap as he possibly could. Really cheap furniture. Like this, you could probably buy at the freaking dollar store. You got this TV that's still here, like a mounted TV. This is the front of the house. This is actually right above the front door. I can't actually open these though because they are alarmed, which is fun. You got like a cheap poster up here. Also, there's clocks all over in here just so they know what time it is. And you got a great big book on the rules of the house. You got a phone. You have a little like attempt at a kitchenette. Like here's your accommodations. Cheap Christmas dishes, probably from the freaking thrift store. So this room is where that fight I told you about took place. This is where the owner was doing his illegal gambling game, illegal activities, some of them anyway. So yeah, without further ado, brace yourself. Yeah! Again, not what you expected, huh? Yeah, I don't know what the heck is going on with these bedrooms in this house, but I've never seen anything like them. So yeah, this was the gambling room. It is technically a bedroom. You do also have some neon, as you can see, that lights up. Yeah, there is a closet. I can't open it because there's a slot machine in the way. Yeah, you got some risque posters on the wall. It is the corner bedroom, so it does have nice big windows, but they haven't covered up. And again, more of this almost looks like mahogany ceilings. You got a Tiffany light in here. Yeah, I don't know what's with the striped wallpaper patterns. It's really weird, like stripes of white and red, and then you got like this weird pattern. But yeah, a fight broke out in here. As you see, there's cheesecake on the floor. This is really old cake now. Just to give you an idea, it's been sitting here for probably 5 years. So that's fun. Got a cow skin rug. And as you see, they were in a pretty intense gambling game here when things went wrong. There's a chair tipped over, there's silverware on the floor, broken champagne glasses. Rotten cake spilled everywhere. Also, again, with the darts. Like, look at this. They aimed for the bottles, it almost looks like. Yeah, really weird. Also, there's a deadbolt on this door, too. And now we're going to check out the master bedroom, which I can't open that door. So they told me to go up the spiral staircase, and the entryway is up there. So, here we go. We have a nice overlook of the great room from up here. Like, look at this. And you can kind of see the view. Again, I would open all this up. And here we are at the master bedroom. So, 3, 2, 1. Ow! Okay, so, I wasn't expecting the door to open that way. Whoever designed this should be fired. Also, that door, actually, I don't think that door can open because the railing's in the way. Wow, okay. Okay, breathe for a minute. Okay. And here's the master suite. Uh-huh. This is where the owner slept. Like, this furniture is awful. And the sad thing is, it's actually nice, like, it's high quality stuff. Like, this is all, I'm not gonna touch anything in here, but, yeah. I don't know. Another repossession notice, you got a little globe, some kind of spooky looking statues here. I don't know what's with, like, the ancient looking pottery in this room. And the zebra skin rug, pretty sure that's illegal. So there you go, another bit of his illegal activities. And then you've got more windows. Again, I would open all this up with nice big windows up here. Maybe, like, bring this little balcony over this way and then put the bedroom door here, just so you could have, like, a little cute little, like, sitting area up here or something, instead of, like, a vase storage with this awful linoleum. I mean, come on. It does also have wainscoting all the way around. You guys barely see it. And as you can see, everything in this house is this cherry wood. All the furniture and everything. It's blah! All the same wood. Actually, not even the same wood. Look at this. Ugh. Anyway, the next room is the office, which, as you see, the door has been left open. And this room has not been touched since the guy was arrested because they had to basically ransack it for all the evidence. I mean, this guy was playing this criminal game for a long time. And here's the office. I warned you. There's places in this house that looks like it's been ransacked, and this has literally been ransacked legally, but still. So yeah, this was his office. Another thing you may have noticed is that this is the only room that has an actual coffered ceiling in it. And I don't know what's with this, like, tile up here. That's got like a funky pattern. I don't know. Yeah. So you've got like fake trophies everywhere, boxes. As you can see, his desk is still here, but everything is just, it's a mess in here. I've rarely been in a house like this. Having to sell a house like this is interesting. This will all be cleaned out by the time you buy it, though. And honestly, without the furniture in here, it's actually a pretty nice room. I've seen some pictures of when the house was first built, and yeah, it's pretty sad. But as you see, like, his safe was over here, and then this goes out to that balcony. As you see, there's nothing out there, and I don't really know why there's nothing out there. It's in the original design plan. There's supposed to be a balcony out there, so I don't know. As you can also see, the shutter has been opened here, and this is the front of the house. Oh my gosh, that scared the crap out of me. Okay, but yeah, really fancy computer. It's unplugged and everything, and it'll be going. And actually, this is a rare computer as well because it's also gold. Everything in this house, golden tissues, golden trash can, golden doorknobs, golden light fixtures, golden gramophone, golden vase, golden silverware, gold, 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 gold! Okay, everything in here is gold. I don't know. And again, he's attempting to play dart. Look at, how did he even manage to get this dart stuck over here? My gosh. Got the guitar here. Then in here is the master bathroom. As you can see, it was meant to be very fancy. He's got a gold toilet! He has a gold freaking toilet! A gold toilet. Let that sink in for a minute. This guy has a gold toilet. I didn't even know gold toilets were actually a thing. I thought the black one was bad. No. Forget that. That's perfectly fine. This is just awful. I've never seen anything like that. Anyway, oh wow, all of his stuff is still in here, so I'm not gonna mess with too much in here. But yeah, this is the master bathroom. You can also see a large amount of candles around the bathtub. I don't want to even think about what was going on in this house, honestly. And another urinal, yeah. Let me out of here. It smells weird in here. Okay, so we're gonna go now. But if you're interested, this is a pretty good. I mean, like I said, the bones of this house are pretty good. The story is not so good. And that statue scared me again. So, yeah, hope you all enjoyed. Go ahead and show you the before and after. Well, the house before and after, I should say. See, because I don't get thing. So I still have no archery in the backyard. I still have a little outdoor kitchen. I get 1.5 stars. So there's a lot of things in here. Anyway, I get a little bit more on this house one. You're not fine.